Hey everyone, it's Max with PhoneArena. The past few years, my experience with Samsung Galaxy devices has been a bit of love-hate. Love the captivating displays, the cameras, even many of the feature add-ons and the software. On the flip side of that coin, without exception, what dampened those endearing factors was the eventual stuttered and often always slower performance of many day-to-day tasks. And that very software that I liked, Samsung's heavy UI, formerly known as TouchWiz, it always seemed to be the reason why I would never keep my SIM card in a Galaxy S series for very long. I treated the Note series a little differently because of the added features, so I would tolerate the jankiness over a longer period of time. You see, I'm not a target audience that Samsung hopes to draw with the added productivity. For me, it's never been about productivity with the Note. It's always been about shenanigans. My friends and I have wholly inappropriate senses of humor, and being able to capture and create stuff with the stylus that pokes fun at anything and everything. I was a big fan of the Note 5 particularly. The build quality was nice, but like Samsung devices of the past, I would always lose patience with the heavy skin overpowering the hardware. Still, I remained a Note fan. When the Note 7 was announced last year, I immediately pre-ordered it from AT&T, and immediately after getting it, shenanigans ensued. However, typical of the Samsung devices, the inevitable weird sluggishness appeared, and even though it was using a then top-of-the-line Snapdragon 820, my Note 7 was not performing to my expectations. A week later, I returned it, before the battery thing even hit the scene. It was such a letdown too, because as much as Samsung devices can frustrate me, I do find their feature set really appealing. Several months later, I tried the Galaxy S8, and while the performance was stunning and the display was just drool-worthy, I couldn't keep it even a day. I couldn't stand the fingerprint sensor placement, and that was all it took for me to give it up. I just couldn't handle the other means of unlocking it without it taking 2 or 3 steps. So I decided that I would wait for the Note 8. Surely Samsung would have all the ergonomic issues squared away, right? Wrong. I'm not saying I won't get the Note 8, but I just don't see myself really accepting what appears to be another blown move with the fingerprint sensor. Too bad, too. Samsung's fingerprint sensors have been pretty good lately. So what does a gadget addict like me, who wants his stylus in pursuit of mischief, to do? Well, go online, find a Korean outfit to send me a Galaxy Note Fan Edition. I just can't control myself. Et voila, here it is. Let's unbox it real quick and check out what's what. There it is, the Note FE Fan Edition. The plastic is on. I ordered the coral blue color, which has a nifty soft orange toned metal frame. It's a great look. Of course, the stylus, and there's no Samsung logo in the front. Underneath, we have the earbuds. They're in a shaded, tinted case, and they appear to be white, just like the charging brick, USB-C cable, and OTG adapter. We also got some extra stylus tips with the extraction tool and the micro USB adapter. I won't be using any of these accessories, so I put them back, and now we'll take the plastic off and turn this baby on. KT is Korea's second largest mobile operator behind SK Telecom. Formerly, this state-owned outfit was called Korean Telecom, and that's all in Korean, so we'll be right back. Okay, so thanks to a quick consult with Google Translate, I've got everything here in American, and I'll set up things here and take a walk around. Okay, setup is complete. The device is currently downloading my 100 plus applications. One of the things that people complain about sometimes on American carrier branded devices is bloatware and pre-installed software. Well, count your blessings, because this thing is chock full of Korean branded software. As far as the new Samsung Experience UI, it's visually identical to what we've seen on the Galaxy S8. The fingerprint reader works with no drama. It also sets the display to 1080p by default. Bixby is on board, though you can deactivate that page if you want. Probably the other thing I'll have to get used to are the navigation keys. These follow the old Samsung back key on the right, app switcher on the left of the home button. On the back, like all Galaxy devices of late, we are greeted with a fingerprint magnet, so I have some cases at the ready. After charging the device up for a little while, the Note FE was cool to the touch. Connectivity-wise, this device is picking up AT&T's LTE network here in Northern California. The device matched the carrier APNs with no input from me. It is missing one of the AT&T's aggregated LTE bands. I'm not sure which one, but even so, my first speed test done at the peak of streaming about 8:30 at night with the signal plugging into San Francisco, data throughput topped out at nearly 60 megabits per second down and a bit over 11 megabits per second up. That's not as fast as what you may see from the current crop of flagships in 2017, but certainly not a bad showing for a device made for the Korean market. On the back, the 12 megapixel camera has all the functionality we've come to expect from Samsung, and I'm sure it will not disappoint. What about the S Pen? All of the same features are available, and the action is as smooth as expected. So, are you also intrigued? Is that gadget itch starting to act up and you're trying to decide whether or not you should make a go for it? There are plenty of reputable dealers on eBay, which is where I ordered mine. Be prepared to spend a bit of money though. All the pricing orbits around $800 or so. It's a totally steep price, probably unreasonable, but on the plus side, shipping is free. There are no import duties to the United States from South Korea, and when I ordered mine, it arrived in only 3 days after it shipped. After using it for a day so far, the Note Fan Edition doesn't feel like last year's goods, though it doesn't quite feel like it came from this year's crop either. Of course, we will be covering all the beasts yet to debut from LG, Google, and Samsung right here on PhoneArena.com.